Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Haley. I am so excited today because we're going to be talking about the fall Sephora savings event, the Sephora sale, but specifically, I did this video last year as well, the gift sets that Sephora has, because I've talked many times about the things that I love about Sephora and products I love there, and I'm sure I will many times again, but this specific savings time is exciting because they have awesome gift sets that will be that 10 to 20% off depending on what tier you are. If you're excited to hear all my thoughts about these gift sets, just keep watching. Let's start with some deets about the actual savings event. So it starts on October 27th. I'm filming this on October 22nd, it's a Sunday. And let's see, starting from the 27th, the whole Sephora collection will be 30% off, I think, no matter what tier you are. That's also the first day for Rouge, which is 20% off. For VIB, which is 15% off, that starts on Halloween, October 31st. And then for the Insiders, that also starts on October 31st for 10% off. I feel like a lot of people have a lot of thoughts about the Sephora sale. I personally love it. I think it's a good time to stock up, especially on things that you know that you're always repurchasing, and also for buying things that you have always wanted to try. So I love it. I almost always participate. It's also a really great time to start getting some Christmas gifts. I know it still seems kind of early, but it is a good time. They usually have a similar sale around Black Friday. At least they have for the past 2 years. I can't guarantee that's going to happen, but of course there's normal Black Friday sales, but they'll also have some similar sales to like this one around that time, usually, at least the last 2 years. So look, keep on the lookout for that too if you don't quite have the cash to buy everything that you want to buy right now. They tend to have more sales around Black Friday. I have so many thoughts. I have been looking for the gift sets and the holiday releases since August. I kid you not. I watched at the end of August them slowly roll out on like Trendmood and stuff like that because I just love holiday products. I don't know what it is. Gets me in the spirit. They're just pretty to look at. So I want to start off with a few things. One being any kind of like Sephora favorites makeup kit, I think is worth the money. Take your pick. They have so many. They have some just for lips. They have, I think, one for skincare. They have like holiday makeup must-haves. They have like clean beauty ones. For whatever you're interested in, they have one. I think they're worth it. I'm seeing like anywhere from, I think they even have some that are like $20, but the ones I'm seeing on this page, like $42, $45, $58. It's still pricey, but you get to try a lot of products in there for a much lower price point. And a lot of the time they're travel size, which is great because sometimes you try something and you don't like it. And usually there is like 1 or 2 full-size products thrown in there as well. So any of them really, seriously, find the one that you are interested in and go after that one because I feel like they're worth it. The other thing I would say for sure is worth it is any Drunk Elephant gift sets, because Drunk Elephant skincare products are super expensive, but they're really good. And especially if you've never tried them before, but you've been wanting to, the Drunk Elephant gift sets that they give are really good. Again, they can be a little more pricey, but you get to try a lot of different products for that lower price point than usual. So I just wanted to throw those two out there at the beginning, the Sephora favorite sets, and then any kind of Drunk Elephant skincare sets. Just find the ones that target the areas you're most looking for the Drunk Elephant ones. Other thing I want to mention, so Sephora has an advent calendar and it's for $49. There are also other advent calendars on here as well. You guys, I have looked at a lot of these. The best advent calendar I have found is actually at Macy's. It's expensive too. It is, the one at Macy's, I think it might have been on sale, but it's $99. It's still expensive, but there are ridiculously good makeup and skincare products in that advent calendar. Just know there are gift sets on lots of websites. And if you would like me to do a video on gift sets that are on other websites as well, like Macy's, like Ulta, let me know because there are a lot of good ones. Just know, like, before you buy, you might want to look elsewhere and see if there's something else that you like even more, because Macy's also has like 20%, 30% off sales as well, where you could get an even better advent calendar for less money. So just something to think about. Rare Beauty has a Blush and Glow 4-piece set, and it looks like it's 2 blushes and 2 highlighters of her like liquid blushes and highlighters that are super popular for $34. I feel like getting 4 of those mini sizes for $34 is really good, because I think one full-size one is around $20 maybe. And if you've never tried them before like me, this would be a great opportunity to at least get smaller sizes and try them out. Because the other thing I've heard about these is that a little bit goes a really long way. So these smaller sizes will probably last you a really long time, and you're paying way less money to try 2 blushes and 2 highlighters than you would to just buy 1 blush or highlighter that you might not like, or you might not like the shade of. So I think this one's definitely worth it, and it's one that I'm seriously thinking about. Another one that's on there, the Tarte All Stars Amazonian Clay Collector's Set. It comes with 4 mini palettes. There are these 3 mini eyeshadow palettes, and then this mini blush, highlight, and bronzer. I saw this set because they also have it at Macy's, and when I was in California, I was looking at their different gift sets that they had, and they actually had this one in store that you could swatch. These are even prettier than they look in the picture. Like, they swatched so beautifully that I was seriously considering buying it. I didn't because I wanted, you know, I bought the new Natasha Denona palette and stuff like that, but they're really good. I looked at them, I swatched them. They're really pretty. So this is expensive. I mean, it's $54, but you do get, what, 9 shadows plus a highlight, blush, and bronzer. So, you know, it just depends on how much money you're willing to pay. But the other cool thing about this is you could pay the $54 if you were buying this for other people, and you could split them up among people. Like, oh, I think this friend would like the warmer toned palette. I think this one would like the cooler tone palette. This one would like the berry tone palette. This one would like the, you know, highlighter, blush, bronzer. So you could pay $54, but you could get a good solid Christmas gift for 4 different people with the $54. And then at that point, you're paying, what, less than $15 for each one, for each gift. It's actually pretty good when you break it down that way. So these are really pretty. I felt like I had to mention that. Another one that I thought was totally worth it is the Charlotte Tilbury Charlotte Superstar Glow Kit. So it looks like you get a beauty light wand, and it looks like a blush and a bronzer for $32. And so I think they're smaller, but again, I think these last a really long time. So for $32, if you've always wanted to try them, especially, or you want to give this as a gift, that's a good solid gift. Like, these are hard to find because they're always sold out, and then you're only paying $32, and I bet someone would love it. Like, I would love getting this as a gift. You know, not everyone feels the same, but it would be a great opportunity to try this and pay way less money for it. Oh, okay. This one's not necessarily a gift set, but it is a holiday release. The Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes eyeshadow palette. You guys, they re-released this, and you don't know how hard it's been for me not to buy it. I feel like I bought the Natasha Denona palette, their I Need a Nude palette, and I feel like it's kind of similar. Not the formula though, because I've never tried this formula. So I couldn't feel like I could justify buying both, because I bought the Natasha Denona one before they announced that this one was coming out. And I almost wonder if I had heard about the Mario one first getting re-released, I might have gone for that one instead, because it's right up my alley. I mean, it has those gorgeous, you know, neutral matte shades, but a bunch of like topper shades, and topper shades are my absolute favorite. So last I checked, which was just the other day, they still had these in stock. So if you missed out on it last year and you kicked yourself for it like me, you might want to go and pick it up. It is really expensive though. It's $68 for this palette. So it just depends on how much you want it. Or this could be a great thing to ask for Christmas. And if the person that you're asking it from has a Sephora account, they could actually pay less money and buy it for you for Christmas. Definitely, if you felt like you missed out on it last time, I would definitely go for it this time. Just saying. Okay, another one I think is totally worth it. They have this one at Macy's too. The reason why I keep mentioning Macy's is that I don't have a Sephora or an Ulta on Island, but I do have a Macy's. So I've been like going in person to look at their holiday sets. Macy's has this one too. It's the Tarte Best of Maracuja Juicy Lip Set. And it's actually 2 different sets. I believe it's just the regular maracuja and one plumper, and they come in 2 different containers within the same box, which means you could actually split it up And the price is pretty good on this. It is $40 for 4 of these. So basically $10 per, which is really good because I think one is like around $20 plus. But you could split it up and you could even do like 1, 1, 1, 1 with people if you wanted in like a stocking stuffer. That'd be pretty cute. Or you could take the 2 and 2 and give someone one set and give a different person a different set. But I do really like these. I've never actually tried the plumping one, but I do have the regular one and it is good. And I'm not a huge fan of like balmy, glossy products, but that is one that I do actually like, especially for like everyday makeup. So I think that one is for sure worth the money because you're getting like 4 of them for basically like $10 a piece. Next one, the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked Palette. These are the ones they release every year. You guys, I really want one. I don't know, they just look so pretty and I always hear people talk about them, but they're so freaking expensive. It's $90 and I can never bring myself to buy it, but I want it so bad. So I don't think I'll be buying it in the sale because, you know, money's tight. We're going to Disneyland in December too. So I just don't think it's going to happen, but I really, really want it. And if I had a little bit of extra cash, I probably would buy it. That's how badly I want it because they just look so stinking pretty. You know, I'm so envious of those people that like, they collect the new ones every year. I'm like, oh my gosh, that sounds lovely. But unfortunately, not in the cards for me right now, but it might be in the cards for you. And it is $90. So if you are a Rouge member, you could possibly get 20% off of it. So that would be a really good time to buy something like that. That's like a higher ticket item for at least some amount off. I like the jellyfish one, in case you were wondering. Guys, it just looks so pretty. Like, I just keep looking at it. The Ethereal Light Finishing Powder, Diffuse Light. They got a Lunar Bronzer, an Opal Strobe Light Powder, a Rose Fusion, Diffused Heat. It just looks so pretty. Looks so pretty, you guys. Okay, stop looking at it, Haley. Other thing, I don't know if I've ever seen a sale on this before, but maybe I just hadn't tried it yet. So they have the YSL Rouge Volupte Shine Lipstick Balm Duo for $55 for 2 of them, which is actually a really good price. These are gorgeous. These would be a beautiful gift for someone. Talking about like balmy products and how I don't normally like balmy, glossy products, these I absolutely love. They are so pretty. I have one. Gosh, you know what? I think it's in my purse, but it's hard to explain. Like, it's a lipstick, but it's so just wet looking in the best way, and it looks expensive. I don't know how else to describe it other than it looks expensive, and it is expensive. I got mine at a discounted price at like a duty-free store, and they were just had them like 50% off. If you want to give someone a gift that is really beautiful and you know that like they like those balmy, glossy kind of products, that one's really pretty. And it also says something that I don't normally like products like that. These YSL ones are my favorites. Like, I like the Maracuja ones. Oh my gosh. The YSL ones, I like probably 10 times more. They're so, so pretty and they feel so nice on the lips. So hydrating, but color payoff is insane. Like, they're super pigmented too, which is hard to get with a product like that. So, oh, I just love them. Here's one that I don't think is worth it. The Charlotte Tilbury Lucky Chest of Beauty Secret set. Guys, this is $210. That is so expensive. If it was $100, kind of like the Macy's one I was telling you about, I would probably say that it's worth it. $200 is a lot because you don't even know. I mean, it's a great way to try a lot of products. If you look at it that way, then it's good. But what if you don't like most of the products and then you spent $200 on them? And there's a brush in there, there's a bronzer, a blush, and a lot of these products I've actually seen in other sets. And I almost wonder if you pulled out the ones of this that you thought you'd really like and you looked for sets of them like separately, you probably could find some sets that are actually way less than $200. So that would be my recommendation to you. I freaking love Charlotte Tilbury and I'm sure a bunch of these products are really good, but I've never tried them. Like, I can't recommend that you spend $210 minus 10% or 15, 20% for that. You know what I mean? And it looks pretty and everything. Like, even the component that it comes with, like the boxes look really pretty and you can like display that, but that's really expensive. I really would say like $100 would be tops for my advent calendar type of thing. This isn't even an advent calendar, it's just a collection of beauty products. It looks like you only get like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You get 12 small products, one of them being a brush, for $210 minus whatever percentage you get off for the sale. So for me, I just don't think it's worth it, but it does exist. If you love Charlotte Tilbury or you've been dying to try it and you do have some extra cash, that could be something. Okay, this looked really pretty to me. Patrick Ta, for $65, which is still pricey, has a major holiday face palette where they have 4 blushes and they have 4 topper shades. What I like about this palette is I'm more fair-skinned, obviously. Actually, I'm very fair-skinned. I feel like I would use all of those blushes. And I feel like even if you had deeper skin tones than me, those blushes would still look really nice. And those toppers look really pretty. So it could be worth it. If you really love blush and you really love toppers, I feel like $65 could be worth it because his products are generally more expensive. But yeah, something about this when I saw it, I was like, that's really pretty. I just wanted to talk about this one. The Anastasia Fall Romance eyeshadow palette for $55. This has been out for a while. It's their like fall holiday release palette. It's so pretty, isn't it? But not my shades. Like, I wouldn't buy this, but it's so pretty to look at. Don't you guys think? Like, the first time I saw that, I shared a picture of it on my Instagram, which is not something I normally do unless I'm like obsessed with it. This is so pretty to look at. If you were into those tones, like if I were into those tones, I would seriously consider it, especially during the sale because you get a percentage off. But it's just not me. It's very fall, but those tones are not really like that purple, the greens in there. I don't reach for those very often unless it's like St. Patrick's Day or something like that, you know? So it wouldn't be worth it for me, but it could be if you love those kinds of tones. But it is a gorgeous palette and the packaging is really pretty too. This one is an awesome deal. It's the Merit Mini Flush Balm Cream Blush Set for $39. Those cream blushes are so pretty, and they actually, a little bit goes a long way with them because they're also pigmented. So even though they're mini, you are getting 3 of them and they're really pretty shades. I haven't tried these shades, but I do have the shade Cheeky, and that is one of my favorite blushes. It's so pigmented, but it lasts really well throughout the day. So if you've been wanting to try them, this could be a great option because you get different shades and one is gonna last you for a really long time. So $39, I feel like that's a really great deal, especially when you have the sale factored into it. I love those. Okay, this is another one that seems like an awesome value. So the Summer Fridays Mini Lip Butter Balm Set for $25. Everyone talks about these. I've never tried them, but everyone seems to love them. And for $25, you get to try 4 of them. And yes, they're mini, but I mean, I guess if you blow through balm like crazy, I guess you'd use them up quickly. But if you're paying less than $25 for 4, I feel like that's a really good deal. I might actually buy that one because I've been dying to try these. They just look so pretty. That one for sure is one that seems like a great deal. Okay, this one seemed like a really good value too. They have their Super Goop SPF Bestsellers Kit. Again, I haven't tried these, and I think that they're smaller sizes, but they look like they're pretty decent. Like they have their Glow Screen, their Unseen Sunscreen, and their Play Sunscreen. Yes, oh, Everyday Lotion. And so, sorry, I'm just looking at my iPad here. But for $30, you get the 3 of those. Even if they're mini, that's a really good deal. And you can try them out to see if you'd be willing to buy the full size of them. Plus you get a cute little yellow carrying case. That one, really good deal. And you're paying less than $30 because of the sale. This is one I have to seriously think about, and I'm glad I still have a few more days to think about it. Anastasia Beverly Hills has their mini sultry eyeshadow palette, and they also have their mini Modern Renaissance palette. The Modern Renaissance I'm not interested in. It's just not my shades. I actually had the Modern Renaissance palette around the time that it first came out, and I didn't reach for it very often because they just weren't my shades. But the sultry palette I never had, and every time I watch old like Jessica Braun videos where she uses it, I'm like, oh my gosh, how did I miss out on that palette? And so I'm seriously thinking of getting the mini sultry palette, especially because it's $29. I feel like $29 is pretty darn good for Anastasia, and you get 9 shadows. Like that's pretty good for $39, and then you're paying less with the sale, and it's more of a cool tone palette. I was watching Ali Glein's tutorial with it, and I was like, I might need to buy that. So I need to think about it because like I said, I bought that Natasha Denona palette, which I love and I'm using all the time, but this looks really pretty. And I feel like because I missed out on the regular, like the full-size sultry palette, I want to have like a piece of it. So I may end up buying that one. Looks really pretty. Last ones. I have a lot to say about this. The Too Faced Maple Syrup Pancakes eyeshadow palette. Let me take you back to about 2 months ago. I saw on Too Faced website that the pumpkin spice second slice palette, I think is the one that was on sale last year or a couple years ago, was on sale on Too Faced website for cheap. And I didn't buy it, but I was looking at it all the time and I should have bought it because it looked really pretty. And it wasn't in their classic tin packaging, but it still looked really pretty. And the reviews on it were really good. And then that sent me on a rabbit hole of looking at all of the past holiday palettes that they had, like the regular pumpkin spice, the gingerbread, the like cinnamon swirl palettes. And I told myself, Haley, this year, no matter what, you are buying the Too Faced holiday palette. And then this one, this maple syrup pancakes one, came out and I thought to myself, this is really ugly. I'm sorry, I know that's really mean. That's a really mean way of saying it. And it's just, a better way of saying it would be, it's not my color story. It's just a lot of blues and a lot of purples and a lot of greens for me personally. Now there are some shades in there that look pretty, but like the majority of it I wouldn't use. So I was really bummed, especially when I look at those past palettes because they look so pretty. I'm really sad. And I watched a couple reviews of this too, and the reviews that I saw were not great. It does make me sad. It does have, what, 4 stars on Sephora's website, so maybe it is better than I think, but I was just really disappointed and I'm not gonna buy it. Even though I said no matter what I wanna buy it, I don't want this palette. So I hope that next year they'll come up with something better. But that being said, they always release cute little palettes also. Like they have their one main palette and then they have cute little like side palettes that they do. And I actually think that this palette, which is the Let It Snow Globes Too Faced palettes. So they have like they're all kind of cool toned, but they have 3 of them. And there are 8 shadows in each one. And there's also a blush in each one. It's for $54. So you could split that up among people. You could also keep it for yourself. Obviously, you'd be paying less with the sale. I actually think that this Snow Globe palette, which those are normally like the ones that aren't as nice as the main palette, look way prettier than that maple syrup palette. So I was like, well, if I really want a holiday one, I could get that one, but generally I think the quality tends to be less. And for $54, I mean, that's a lot of money, even with the sale, but I'll have to think about it because I really had it in my head of like, I wanted to buy them, but I feel like even this one I'm not crazy about, but they are super cute. I do have to say, like, the packaging's really cute. The shadows look really pretty, at least in the pictures. So if you have an opportunity to actually go to a Sephora and look for it in person, I feel like that would be one to think about at least. If you normally buy Too Faced and you're the same as me, you're like, I don't like this maple pancakes one, that could be an option because I think that one's way prettier. They also have like a popcorn ball one. That one I'm not interested in either, but just know they do have a couple different options, but I was super disappointed with the syrup pancakes one. Would not recommend. Sorry to end on like a sadder note, but overall I am super excited for the sale and we'll have to see what I pick up, if there's any gifts I pick up this time around. I'll definitely let you guys know if I do end up picking up anything. Yes, and let me know if you want to see a separate video of gift sets from different stores other than Sephora, because I would love to do that too. If you enjoyed this video, I hope that you will subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, I hope you hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload new videos, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Love you guys. Bye.